If you go back here, you're met with a boo. I'll take you out here with a whole bunch of other boos. And I guess the courtyard with this fountain. Now, this fountain right here, hold on. Oh, by the way, for boos, I have to explain boos first of all. So how boos work is that when you're facing them, they will disappear. They'll only go towards you if you're behind them. A good way to kill them is by ground pounding while they are behind you. Anyways, this star right here lives in infamy. Notice that text box. It essentially reads gibberish. This is especially apparent since the same text box or texture is also used in The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Now, some could interpret it as saying Eternal Star, as there's a star right there, of course. Now, a lot of people back in the day believed this said L is real 2401. Might take a closer look at it. If I can get in a good angle. God. There we go. A lot of people thought it said L is real 2401 and tried to interpret it as many ways as they could. As like, yo, this is an exploit to get Luigi in the game, because a lot of people thought Luigi was unlockable. You know, video game hoaxes. They are a very, very common thing, especially back then when the internet wasn't really a thing, and the rumors would mainly be spread by word. And one was that a lot of people thought we're trying to come up with different ways of unlocking Luigi in the game, and they thought a lot of people thought the 2401 part meant that you had to collect every coin in the game in order to get them. Press B while running fast to do a body slide attack. To stand while sliding, press A or B. So, yeah. That's with A. That's with B. Okay, it does the exact same thing. Anyways, more signs. Psst. The boos are super shy. If you look them in the eyes, they fade away. But if you turn your back, they reappear. It's no use trying to hit them when they're fading away. Instead, sneak up behind them and punch. You can do that, or like me, you can ground pound. That's how I always dealt with them. So yeah, you can sneak up to them and punch them just like that. Which also works, but I prefer the ground pound way. Anyways, here's another. 1! If you jump repeatedly and time it right, you'll jump higher and higher. If you run really fast and time 3 jumps right, you can do a triple jump. We already know that. Jump into a solid wall and jump again when you hit the wall. You can bounce to a higher level using this wall kick. Wall jump. Alright. Anyways, so you have this big boo over here who seems to have a cage inside him. Well, we deal with him. And we go inside the cage as we enter Big Boo's haunt. As we go on a go on a ghost hunt. And here we are in Big Boo's haunt. Come on in here. So yeah, it's a dark, spooky, I guess you could say, place. Got this spider over here. Name is it's actually a scuttlebug. That's its official name. And I believe was redesigned in the DS remake and would see plenty of appearances in other Mario Party games, or Mario games, but they would mainly appear in the Mario Party games. Ugh. You don't stand a ghost of a chance in this house. If you walk out of here, you deserve a ghoul medal. Very funny. Anyways, let's go inside. So we have a bunch of doors that we can enter. There's a boo. Ghosts, don't die. Can you get out of here alive? We'll see about that. So for this first mission, it's basically go on a ghost hunt. So basically hunt down every ghost defeat them as the same text box appears over and over again. Deal with that we've already seen in Alum's Fortress. It reappears, by the way, so that's nice. So just visit all these rooms. And there's even another enemy here. That is the enemy named Mr. Eye. So his whole thing is that he's a giant eyeball that stares at you. And, yeah, he shoots whatever at you. And how you defeat him is you spin him round and round until he gets dizzy and dies. You get a blue coin out of that, which gives you 5 coins. We have a little library here. And the chairs are after us. Uh-oh. No. And, oh, by the way, yeah, there's boos that come out of the painting. Ghosts don't die. Alright. Oh, yeah, the books are alive! I'm sure that scared some children out there. There's only one, by the way. I wonder if there's any other boos in there. No? Oh, there is! Okay. Boom! Here comes the Master of Mischief, the Tower of Terror. I feel like that name's already been used. The Big Boo! Ka-ha-ha-ha! Alright, so now we can visit the center. And there he is! It's Big Boo! And so we basically just do what we've always been doing. Ground pounding. Well, actually you have to time it quite right. Have him sneak up on us. So we ground pound 3 times and get the star that's up there. Now don't worry, these stairs will now form, and you can now visit the top floor, which we'll be able to see later on as we get more stars. There we go. We went on a ghost hunt, and it was quite a success. Alright, let's head back. Well, that went well. Alright. Okay, ride Big Boo's merry-go-round. So for this one, there's multiple ways to go to this one. It's actually with this building over here. Running around in circles makes some bad guys roll their eyes. And yeah, that's basically saying that's how you defeat the Mr. Eyes over here. Just like that. So we go down here. This is essentially the basement of the area, or place, I guess you could say. Go through all these doors, of course. And you might hear the music already. Sounds like some merry-go-round music. And here we are. And so for this one, you have to defeat all of these boos. What else would you do? Go on another ghost hunt, I guess. And now we have to deal with another Big Boo. Deal with them 3 times, or just hit them 3 times, and we get ourselves another star. And oh yeah, by the way, on this merry-go-round, there'll be some fire-breathing boo paintings and stuff like that. Pretty scary. And we got 30 coins. Alright. Okay, so star number 3 is Secret of the Haunted Books. So we're gonna have to head back into the main house. In this one, we're gonna have to head upstairs into, I believe, this room? Nope. I don't look like there'd be any books in there. Here we go. We're gonna have to, yeah, avoid all these books that are headed after us. And we have to solve this puzzle. We have to get these books in a certain order, or like jump onto them. And there we go. First try. And that unveils a door that brings us to another star. And we got no coins. That's nice. Alright, anyways. Back in the cage we go. As we seek the 8 red coins. I believe there are some in here. Yep. There are quite a lot of books in here. Wow. Across this house. Sure is a lot of text to read. Which, hey, that's not a bad thing. I mean, I don't know what's in those books, but just to have all of them really, it's really cool. I don't know, I'm a sucker for collections like that. Just having a whole bunch of something like, yep, this amount of this stuff exists. Whether it be books, music, movies, video games, really anything. Oh, it's always fascinated me, even watching videos of other people's collections of anything really have always fascinated me. Especially back then, I would watch a lot of people's plush collections. You know, like stuffed animals. I was really into that at one point. And oh boy, here's where the real childhood trauma kicks in for a lot of people that played this game. Now you may look at this and say, come on dude, are you serious? That's a piano. But then you get closer to it. Yep, it's got teeth. It's headed after you. It's an evil piano. He hurts you, by the way. So yeah. And oh god, he legit chases after you. That's... Yep. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Now, I believe, is there a red coin in here? Yes, there are 2 of them in here. With all these tombstones. Yeah, watch out. I believe there's only 2 in here. Yep. But yeah, they will squish you, by the way, if you stand like under them for too long. So look out. There we go. Now there should be one more. There it is. Nope, there's still one more. After that. And yeah, these blue cap boxes we will see later on. And there we go. We don't get to see where it is. It's upstairs, don't worry. There it is. There's our star. Well, there we go. Alright. Back into the cage we go. As we head to Big Boo's balcony. So you may notice that Big Boo is up there. That's where we need to go. Now you may be wondering, how do we get that up that high? Well, of course we're gonna have to go to the second story first of all. It only makes sense. Now, there is an area up here. And we're gonna have to use that wall kick. Maybe. If we time it right. Nah, come on. There we go. Got it. And by the way, there's a blue coin box up here. And yep, there's Big Boo. Pretty much it's the same as before, except this time we have less space to fight him in. And yeah, we have to get the star up there. This is probably the hardest part of the entire star, is actually getting the star itself. Nope. Oh my god, the stage is such a bad frame rate. Ugh. So I think the best thing to do is not that. Great. Now we're gonna have to head back up there again and try to find another way to get it. So how are we gonna get that star? We might have to long jump. There we go. It's quite close. Ugh. Well, we have no choice. There we go. We got it. Wow. Yeah, pretty difficult to get up there, honestly. You're gonna have to do some tricky maneuvers. But we did it. We got the star from Big Boo's balcony. Now, actually, the last of the main stars for Big Boo's haunt, we cannot get. It requires you to get the blue cap. The blue, like the cap seen in the blue block. So we cannot get it yet, because it requires that in order to get. So we may as well now just get the 100 coin star. May as well continue my Super Mario 64 story. Now, previously I have talked about playing Mario 64 DS and how and about first getting my DS and how I got there. Now, I believe the second way I was exposed to this game was actually from the Nintendo 64, as I would play a lot of N64 at my aunt's house. I believe she had a Nintendo 64. I believe it actually originally was owned by one of my cousins, but yeah. That's probably why, I'm not going to mention my cousin by name, but I believe his save file, I could find a save file on The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. That was another game that he owned. Because in that game, you can give each of the save files unique names, and I believe it's like your name across the game. So if you set your name as whatever, characters will refer to you by that name. Like, say you enter your name as, I don't know, let's just say Dave. Rather than the characters referring to you as Link, they will refer to you as Dave. So it'll be like, I'm trying to think some dialogue that could flow well in Ocarina of Time. Like, go visit the Deku Tree, Dave. You know? It's pretty much your name across the game, pretty essentially. Yeah, so with that, because with Nintendo 64 games, the save data is actually stored on the cartridge, or at least for specific games. Mainly first-party ones would have the save data on the cartridge, because they were able to do that. Like, that's something you can't really pull off with discs. That is one of the advantages of cartridges over discs that were used for other systems at the time of the Nintendo 64's release, such as the Sony PlayStation and the Sega Saturn. Those were using CDs. Which, of course, had a lot of advantages. Mainly, they could store more data, and they were cheaper to produce. Nintendo 64 cartridges were more expensive to produce, but they had faster load times and could save. They could save straight on the cartridge. And also, yeah, they couldn't store as much data. A Nintendo 64 cartridge can only store up to 64 megabytes, while a PlayStation disc could store up to 750 megabytes. So yeah, it's no wonder a lot of developers looked at the Sony PlayStation and was like, yeah, we're developing for this system. Especially like Square Enix, who were primarily Nintendo for the longest time with their Final Fantasy series, along with some other series like the Mana series with Secret of Mana and Trials of Mana, which was Japan exclusive. But yeah, and the next generation, they moved to PlayStation, starting with Final Fantasy VII. They did release N64 games, I believe, though. I believe they were known as Squaresoft at this time, by the way. Not Square Enix. I believe they merged with another company and were named Square Enix. I believe they released the game Ogre Battle 64 for Nintendo 64. So yeah. There we go. Like I said, not a lot, not all N64 games were able to save straight from the cartridge. Some required one of the Nintendo 64's accessories, the controller pack, which allowed you to have your own save data. And what's cool about that is that you could, take it to a friend's house, and you'll still be able to have all your save. Regardless of what system you're playing on. And there we go! We got the 100 coin star for this level. You've collected 100 coins. Mario gains more power from the castle. Do you want to save? Yes. Alright. And now I believe that does it for the first floor of stars. Requires 8 to get into this door. Oh, actually, you know what? There's one more thing. It's found in here. Oh, by the way, there's a toad we can talk to. The name of the stars are also hints for finding them. They are displayed at the beginning of each course. You can collect stars in any order. You won't find some stars, enemies, or items unless you select a specific star. After you collect some stars, you can try another course. We're all waiting for your help. Okay, thanks. Even though it's stuff I already know about. I appreciate the help, Toad. You go in here, you're transported into this aquarium. The Secret Aquarium. And it's pretty much just another course, similar to the Wing Cap course, to where you just collect 8 red coins. So it was a pretty relaxing course, with the music and the whole aesthetics of it. As each of the windows have a different color, I believe, right? Yes! Pretty cool stuff. There's fishes swimming around. It's nice, it's nice. I always like this theme. It's actually named after another course we'll head to later on in the game. And yeah, by the way, there's another underwater stage found in this game later on. Just wanted to let you know. And there it is. There is our 37th star. Wow, we've already collected 37 stars. Look at that. Alright, so now that we've done that, we are now, I'm trying to think. Yes, we are officially done with this area, with the first floor. So now we can go to this door, which you only need 8 stars in order to open. Reacting to the star power, the door slowly opens. And we see a portrait of Peach over there. It's actually Bowser. Uh-oh. Wahaha! You've stepped right into my trap, just as I knew you would. I warn you, friend. Watch your step. Alright, so there's that green box I was talking about earlier. So yeah, this course is Bowser in the Dark World. It's pretty much like a linear obstacle course rather than being a huge open world. And yeah, by the way, there's red coins you can collect here. We're gonna want to collect the red coins because they give us an extra star. So yeah, we have all sorts of obstacles to avoid. Lots of fire, lots of moving platforms, the works. Of course, lots of enemies like Goombas. And these enemies, I believe they're called amps, if I'm not mistaken. Uh-oh. I always thought this yellow platform right there looked like cheese. And I believe that platform, like pushing in and out, I believe that was recreated in the Mario stage in Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 64. That's a little fun fact for you. Alright. Uh-oh. There's another red coin. And there's another right over there, where that giant cone is. And there we go! We got all 8 red coins, and we get that star over there. Alright. Oh, when you press this, yeah, that slide will become stairs for a limited time. And we have a sign. Mario, it's Peach. Please be careful. Bowser is so wicked. He will try to burn you with his horrible flame breath. Run around behind and grab him by the tail with the B button. Once you grab hold, swing him around in great circles. Rotate the control stick to go faster and faster. The faster you swing him, the farther he'll fly. Use the C buttons to look around, Mario. You have to throw Bowser into one of the bombs in the 4 corners. Aim well, then press B again to launch Bowser. Good luck, Mario. Our fate is in your hands. Alright, so yeah, that pretty much tells you how to beat Bowser right there. Wow, another power star. Mario gains more courage from the power of the castle. Do you want to save? You bet. Alright, so gotta enter this pipe. As we are confronted by none other than Bowser himself. Tough luck, Mario. Princess Toadstool is in here. Gwahaha. Go ahead. Just try to grab me by the tail. You'll never be able to swing me around. A wimp like you won't throw me out of here. Never. Ha! Alright, so with this boss, it's basically... You see those spiky balls over there? That didn't sound right. Those spiky spheres. Pretty much... Oh yeah, Bowser breathed fire and stuff. You have to grab Bowser by the tail, spin him around, to really show off that analog stick, and now you can spin it in 360 degrees. And let him go, and BAM! Runs right into one of those bombs. It explodes, and that's what hurts him. And that's how you defeat him. Yeah, it's one hit. Grr. That was a bit careless. This is not as I had planned. But I still hold the power of the stars. And I still have Peach. Wahaha. You'll get no more stars from me. I'm not finished with you yet, but I'll let you go for now. You'll pay for this later. And we get not a star, but a key. As a different theme plays. And we get a different animation from Mario holding the key. There we go, we have cleared Bowser in the Dark World. We now have 38 stars. Oh, it looked like there was no wall there at all. Huh. Interesting. Alright, so now... It's not with this. This key doesn't fit. Maybe it's for the basement. And that is where we'll be heading next time. We entered the basement. So we unlock it right here. There we go. Here we are in the basement. Alright. I'll see you all next time when we discover more about this place.